Hi, Cheryl. Thanks for meeting with me today. I'm just doing an interview of all the management team that is helping to get Acorn Life Mastery off the ground and going. This is a brand new community that we are just launching, and we're sort of getting, I'm letting the viewers get a peek behind the curtains of all the management team, what they're up to, what their background is, and we're going to be placing all of this stuff onto our app that we have coming out, which is a live interactive app, and also our YouTube channel. And yeah, I just really wanted to sort of touch base with you really quick and ask you some really off the cuff questions that I know you haven't even seen yet. So hopefully this is uncomfortable for you, and we can really have our community get to know you behind the scenes and all the sort of stuff that you're doing for the community. So first, just tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about your background, where you were, what you've done, what you've experienced, all that
Okay.
good stuff.
So I have a very diverse background. It's kind of funny as I recently had a birthday and I was like, I've done quite a lot in my lifetime. And I really credit all those things to making me who I am today. But just to give you kind of the highlights, I'm actually an accountant by trade. I have actually passed the CPA exam. I always tell people that stands for couldn't pass again, but I did pass it. And I do get to hang that plaque on my wall to remind me that I have those skills. I went from there and I actually was a director of technology at Ohio State University for the HR and the financial system. And so I had that corporate world. And then unexpectedly in the year 2000, my best friend passed away just shy of her 40th birthday. And I say that because that was a life changing event for me. It was a point where I just woke up 6 months after her death and said, I've got to do something to honor her. I don't want to live my life just the way I was going to work every day. I had all of the perks, the pay, the benefits, all of that. But I literally saw she left two young children when she passed away. And the question to me was, who's raising your son?
Hmm.
My son was about 7.5 at the time. And I just knew that he needed something different. And yes, he could see that he had a very successful mom in a corporate position. But I knew that Lisa, my friend who died, would have given anything to have one more day with her kids. So I walked out of corporate America in January of 2002, and I have not looked back. I have been an entrepreneur and been on my own since then. I actually got into direct sales, and I say that with a laugh because you had to know she took me to a direct sales party before she died, and she literally took me by force because I describe myself. I've actually taught at direct sale conferences on this subject. I was the anti-home party girl. Like I didn't want to do them. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to. I just totally didn't want to do it. And now I actually have a 20-year career in direct sales with multiple companies. Been a top performer in all of those. And I just think it's kind of funny that I was anti on it, and now it ended up becoming what I did. So I did that, everything from selling kitchen tools to selling bags to I actually had a boutique in my house for women's clothes for a while. So I've kind of done it all. And about 2 years ago, I had an opportunity to join another company, came in, was excited about their product. And about 30 days later, I actually joined their management team as their director of customer service, ambassador support. And that kind of really changed. It really put me back into the world of corporate America. And I realized that I didn't leave my corporate America position because I didn't like it or I wasn't good at it. I left it because I needed to honor my friend and I needed to be with my son, who now is 28, is now a very successful attorney in Chicago. And I know that me staying home with him all those years and working from home helped him become the kid that he is today, or the young man that he is today. He's not a kid, he's a young man now. So got back into that and have done, I'm actually COO of another company. And when Acorn started, I just really felt led. I believe in the whole mastermind concept. It's actually why I joined another company, is because I wanted to be part of a mastermind. I know the power of the mastermind. And when Adam introduced it, and I was like, I want to be involved in that. So I kind of got on with you, Adam, and said, I think I can bring this to the table, and I think I can help you guys. Nothing like just giving yourself a job. And kind of like, okay, hopefully he doesn't say no. But that's how I got here. But it's kind of been this long winding road, and I just know that I am literally living the life of my dreams right now. I am doing what I'm called to do and I have skills to do. And I'm excited to do it as part of Acorn. So,
Cool. Awesome. And tell the viewers, why Acorn Life Mastery was created in the first place.
well, we wanted really to have a community that centers around. I mean, I think first of all, for me, community is so important and people need a place to connect. They need a place to hang out and know that somebody's listening. I have been doing a live on Facebook for, I think today was day 195 or something like that in a row. And what I found with that, which is very similar to Acorn, is people just want community. They just want someone to know that somebody's listening, because a lot of people in the world today don't feel like anybody's listening to them. They feel alone. They don't feel like anybody's listening. But the other part of Acorn that I just love is that it's centered around the mastermind, because that's such a powerful concept, and that a lot of people don't know what it is. But if you're watching this and you don't have a clue, then come in, get to know us, ask some questions, because it is life changing. If you get in a mastermind, it will change your life because it will help you move forward in a way that you've never deemed possible before. And then, we have other things between our live book studies, our e-courses, all the different products that we're offering. There's somebody for everybody. So if you want to better your life, that's what I like about it. I'm actually where I'm COO of another company. It's about a product. But what I love about what we do here at Acorn is that I'm here to help people change their lives. That's my mission, is to help people change their lives. And now I have a position that'll allow me to do that. So pretty excited about that.
And tell the viewers what Acorn actually stands for.
Acorn stands for accountability, community, opportunity, resources, networking. And I will say that when we literally came up with that, sometimes when you're trying to come up with an acronym for a name, you kind of like struggle with one letter. We literally didn't. That like popped out of people's mouths like instantaneous. So I feel really good about that. The founding community that's coming on board with us to, as we get started, that came out in one of our conversations with them, and it just resonated. And we didn't change anything of it. We were like, these are the words: accountability, community, opportunity, resources, and networking. And you're going to get that here.
And then tell the viewers, the whole Acorn story on, why that was such a word that we were really stuck on.
Well, I think for Acorn, I think, if you think about an acorn tree and that you think that it was this tiny little acorn that grew into this huge tree, that is a really great analogy for all of us. We're all kind of acorns, and we're wanting to grow, and we can become that big, powerful acorn tree with all those branches, with all of those things to it. And it just started with a tiny acorn. I think sometimes we as humans don't give ourselves enough credit. We think that, well, I can't do that. What about me? Like, somebody else can do that. I was talking today on my live. It was like, stop comparing. You're unique. Just as you are today, you are a unique human being, and your acorn is unique, and you can grow it to be anything you want it to be. And here at Acorn, we want to give you the tools and the assistance to help you, whatever that dream is. We want to help you get there.
Awesome. And tell the viewers about the accountability. What does that actually mean for you?
Accountability is a super powerful concept. And I think sometimes people think it's like, oh, that like going to the principal, getting called to the principal's office. And it's not. I have an accountability partner, and 5 days a week, I talk to her or text her, depending on the day, whether we talk or text, every single day. And we say, this is what I was going to do yesterday. Here's what I actually got done. Here's my plan for tomorrow. And knowing that somebody's going to hold my toes to the fire if I don't do that. I actually joined up another thing I'm trying to do in my life with somebody who's connected to it. And I'm doing a daily accountability, because I don't want to tell her that I didn't get it done. I can let myself down every day, but I don't want to not tell somebody else like, well, I didn't do that today. And with accountability, you have to own up. There's days, I think Adam, you would agree with I know you have accountability partners. Sometimes you go in and go, I didn't really get anything done I said I was going to do yesterday. And it wasn't for lack of trying, maybe just life intervened. But it helps, instead of just skipping over it, you have somebody to tell it to. And that's the kind of community we want to be, is that you can come here and find accountability. You can find people with like minds. You can find people that, and this is a big deal for me, that are supportive, that are going to, help you get where you want to go. And you're not alone. You're not doing this by yourself.
Yeah, well, you sort of answered the next one a little bit, but what does community mean to you? And I think you just sort of covered that a little bit there.
Yeah, community is so important. I mean, I think all of us with, the pandemic and everything that's going on right now in our world, with when we've kind of went into this isolation, community, initially was kind of suffering. And so we've had to get creative to find ways to be community. And one thing that I love about our app that we're going to be launching is that I can literally like see who in the community lives near me. So maybe when I can, actually get out and go see somebody in person, I can literally tap on them and say, "Hey, let's go grab a cup of coffee," because humans need community. And people say all the time, "Well, I'm a loner. I don't really need anybody." And I will call you on that because you actually do. You do need people. And maybe you just haven't found the right people because, sometimes it's the people that you're around that
Mhm.
maybe you're saying you don't need, not necessarily that you don't need people. So community is super huge. And I'm glad it's one of our core um, items in our company. So.
Cool. And tell me about the opportunity.
Well, opportunity, there's lots of phases for opportunity in our lots of places for opportunity in our company. Everything from just coming in and growing yourself. So, you join a mastermind that's going to help you personally. But there's opportunities for bringing if you bring up people alongside you into this model and they get involved, then you have an opportunity to make some money. And who doesn't need more money? I know that when I joined a mastermind over a year ago, I really wanted the mastermind, and it wasn't necessarily about making money. I just knew how important that was. But I was glad that there was opportunity, and that's what we have with this. It's if you want the opportunity, it's there to add additional income. If you just want the opportunity to grow yourself and connect with people and to learn, then we have the educational opportunities as well as the financial ones.
Cool. And tell me about resources.
Well, we're going to have a lot of resources, and I laugh when I say that, not because we're not going to have them, but like anything, and we're brand new, trying to get all those loaded. We have someone who is literally going to run our YouTube channel and our app, and she's looking for content, and she's looking at the leaders and the and the management team, going, "Okay, I need articles from you all," and I'm like, "Okay, then." So we're going to have books that you can read, studies that you can do, masterminds you can be part of. We're going to have one of the resources. Another type of thing is a specialty workshop. I know that you're looking, Adam, at doing something on the financial side. I would love to do something with people who want to write a book. I know that I've been told I have a book in me, and I'm holding myself accountable to write a book in the next year. So I'm looking for some people that want to come alongside that I can encourage and help go through that process so that a year from now they all have their books. So those are resources. We have some other systems that you'll be hooked into that you'll be able, all different kind of things that you can get. I mean, the sky's the limit. To be really honest, there's a lot behind the scenes, and we're going to keep rolling out more stuff, every month. So lots of resources for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's even some resources that we've just touched based on, but we're going to park that for later and we'll
Yep.
revisit that one.
I know. Lots of stuff there. Try not to give anything away, but just stay tuned because we have if we actually laugh, I think Adam and I can kind of laugh at what's on our master to-do list. And it's a pretty long list. We've got some really, really big dreams. And that's the other thing that excites me about this company is that the management team is a team full of dreamers. And that means that there's a lot of potential there because as a society, we have kind of stopped dreaming. And I think one of my core beliefs and things that I want to see happen in this community is I want people to start dreaming again. I want them to be able to say, I have a dream, and that they're going to go after it and that we're here to support them instead of, well, I'm this age, so I can't dream anymore. I'll call a bull on that. So we're looking for dreamers to come along with us too. So
Absolutely. And then tell me about the networking side of things.
networking, I mean, this is kind of the thing that hooks it all together. Whether it's, I know like when I've been part of an online, things like we're talking online book studies, you end up meeting people all over the country. You might meet somebody who's a healer, and all of a sudden, maybe you need that healer kind of for your life, or maybe somebody else. And so you're connecting with people that one are like minded, and then that becomes networking. You have opportunity, and it doesn't have to be, um, in person. I think one things that this, pandemic has showed us is that we can do a lot of things virtually. We don't have to physically. It used to be, well, if you're going to network, you needed to go to a meeting, every week or monthly or whatever. And that has changed in the last 9 months. Now people have found all kinds of creative ways, and we want people to network through our app and to, you might have, a course that you're offering, and, potentially we might, you'd have an opportunity to come to us and say, could my course be offered through Acorn? And that's a way to get outside of your realm and network and push it out. So lots of networking. I think there's going to be lots of places where people will reach out to each other just because they met here. If I'm going to go hire somebody, I would like to hire somebody that's kind of part of this network, because that means they kind of have a core set of beliefs to begin with, and whatever I'm hiring them for. And so we're hoping to connect people to those things. So
Cool. And what drew you to becoming a member of the management team?
I just, like I said at the beginning, I firmly believe in the mastermind, which is one of our core products. And I know how powerful it can be. And I also, so that drew me in. The other thing is, the rest of who the management team is. Um, you don't have get opportunities a lot in life to work with really cool people that you get to choose to work with. Sometimes you go into positions and you just have to take whatever's there. This was a choice that I could come and say, I want to work with you guys. I want to help. And I knew that not only could I bring skills to the table, but I knew that I would grow because of it. And that's a win-win across the board. And I'm excited. Some people are starters, some people are finishers. I am one of those visionary starters, and I love that part. I can finish too, but where I get my juice is starting and creating and building foundation. And so to be able to be part of it just revs my engine, and I can't wait to see what we're going to do as a company and how many lives are going to be changed. That'll just be awesome to be able to check it out.
Cool. Well, let's tell the viewers, what your position is and sort of what you do behind the scenes.
Well, we've all of us have kind of taken on a couple products to kind of be the managers of. The two products that I am primarily responsible for are the live masterminds and the live facilitated book studies. So I will be the behind the scenes people helping scenes, getting those up and running, choosing working on the facilitators, giving them feedback, for the book studies, choosing what books we're going to study, et cetera, and finding facilitators and all that. The other kind of half of my job is kind of the jack of all trades. That's kind of what I'm going to say, because of my business background, because of my accounting background. I have a lot of operational customer service piece. And the cool thing about this team, and I think my role in it, is that we're all willing to just roll up our sleeves and do whatever we need to get done. And down the road, might have more formal titles, but I'm okay not having a formal title right now. My goal is just to get this company up and running and help people. And then down the road, that'll all sort itself out. It'll just make itself happen. So, but right now, my primary, like I said, will be the live masterminds and the book studies. So if you're doing either one of those and you have any questions, reach out to me. I want to help. So.
And what does that position mean to you?
It just, I was excited to get mastermind, being that that's one of the core reasons that I even wanted to be involved. I just know how life-changing it is. And so knowing that I can help people change their lives through those two modalities is just really, really cool. I'm honored to be there and be able to do that. And I just can't wait to be able to come on and maybe do another interview down the road of here's examples of people's lives who have been changed through mastermind or through the e-courses, through the e-books, the live book studies. And, give examples, because I think that's the power. And when people can hear real people, it's not just you and me knowing that a successful Adam, but bringing on people that are part of our community and saying, tell us how this mastermind has changed you. Mm-hmm. And that's the next step. That'll actually prove to me, that's how we prove that we're successful, is real people going through the process and having real results.
Absolutely. So how do you plan on supporting the Acorn Life Mastery community?
I'm just kind of laughing because I didn't see this list of questions prior, and I'm probably good because I probably would just overthought it. So this way I can just do them off the cuff. um, and now I forgot the question. How can I be supportive? Okay,
How
sorry.
do you plan? How do you plan on supporting the Acorn Life Mastery community?
Well, I mean, I think one, I'm a person that will be pretty visible. I love community, and there are, some of us on our team would rather just kind of hide back, do the behind the scenes. I am a person, being live on Facebook for 195 days, like I'm comfortable in that role. And so I want to really, help get it out there, doing advertise, and whether it's advertising or interviews or whatever. I mean, and to be really honest, at the end of the day, whatever we decide I need to do, I'll do. Like I don't have a set list of things of these are the things I have to do. I'm kind of like plug me in where you need me, you know. You need me to write an article? Okay, I'll write an article. You need me to do this? Okay, I'll do that. So I don't really I might be an accountant, so that makes me sound like I'm kind of rigid, but that's actually not where I score. Accountants in that grid score in the lower left-hand corner, and I kind of score in the upper right because I'm very social.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty flexible, and I'll go wherever management team thinks that I can best serve this community. So that's kind of my place, kind of jumping in and doing it all, whatever.
And is there anything else that you want to add for our viewers about that you want them to know about Acorn Life Mastery?
Just if you haven't signed up, well, if you're on here, well, you could actually be seeing it without signing up. I would say if you haven't signed up for Life Mastermind, I would really encourage you to do that. And if you have any questions, please reach out. Put comments in, reach out to us. We are not executives sitting behind the wall that don't want to hear from you. We want to know what's going on. One of the things that Adam says to us as a leadership team, management team, that's really important is the we, not an I. So it's not what I can do, it's what we can do as a team. And we just want you to come and join us. And my commitment to all of you is that you will have an amazing time, you will grow, and you will find parts of yourself that you didn't know existed. And who knows what else? We got so many things up our sleeves of things that we want to do. So I'm not going to give them away right now because I promised that I wouldn't give away a lot of the secrets. But we just want you to come and join us. Come play in our sandbox. We think that you will be blessed. We know you will be blessed.
Mhm.
And we can't wait to hear what happens for you.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Cheryl, for taking this time and allowing our community to get to know you behind the scenes before they join.
Yep.
And hopefully, if you like Cheryl and you like the vision on where this is going, that you decide to join our community. And we just got so many fun things planned. And yeah, and if you want to make money at this too, there is an opportunity to make money.
Yep.
So and if you just want to come and hang out, then let's just come and hang out with other like-minded, high achieving, people, and we'll figure it out. And that's all we want.
Yep.
So thank you so much, Cheryl.
You're welcome.
All right, bye.